What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time. And welcome to another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I speak to a sister out of Orlando. Her name, Fynesse Banks. I'm talking production extraordinaire and rapper. Yeah. Check out this interview we did right now. What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time with another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I'm speaking to a sister out of Orlando, Florida. She's a graduate of Full Sail University. She is a producer extraordinaire. She's got music with a lot of dope artists. And this sister is just getting started. And she's an engineer for a lot of countless other artists that I don't even know about yet. So without further ado, let me bring in Fynesse Banks.
What's good? What's good? What's happening?
How are you doing? What's going on with you, Fynesse Banks?
I am doing well, always. Always.
Well, I got to say, I am proud of you, young lady. You have really risen the stakes for people, man. You really showed the people just how much hard work pays off.
Yep.
And you really have dug into the craft that you really enjoy doing, which is music. And I'm like so admiring you. It's just how far you've come in your short career. And it took you to go to Full Sail, and your parents picked you up and moved you to Orlando, where you went to college and you graduated with honors, and then you met other talented, dope musicians, and then you started linking with them, and then you started making dope music, and it's all out there, folks. You can tap into Fynesse Banks right now. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, watch some videos, and her lyric videos. And you know what the cool thing about Fynesse Banks is, folks? She does it all herself. She's not the type of woman that outsources her stuff. She doesn't have to. She's that dope.
Yep.
Where she does everything on her own. She even knows how to edit the videos, folks. She does. That's what she does best. And then she also engineers her music. And not just her music, other people's music. Fynesse Banks writes lyrics. Fynesse Banks is a one-woman machine in the music industry.
Yep.
All you got to do is tap in, press play, watch the videos, listen to the songs, and when you do, you're going to say these words. Damn, MC Angela, you did it again. You done told me to go tap into Fynesse Banks, so we did, and guess what? She's dope, just like you said she would be. You're damn right she's dope, so tap in. When did you realize you had a passion for the music?
I realized it at a very young age. I started out like playing instruments when I was 4, playing the piano when I was 4. My dad would teach me a couple things about DJing and stuff like that. In high school, I was in an orchestra playing the violin, so playing classical music and all that other stuff. And then it just escalated to me starting to make beats on an iPod, which was very difficult to do, which those songs are on SoundCloud, actually. And then I went to Full Sail a couple years after, and now I am who I am today.
Well, you are doing amazing with your skills and your capabilities and what you do. And I'm like digging the vibes, like for real. It's really dope. Who are your greatest influences?
My greatest influences, number 1 would be Timbaland, one of the GOATs of production. Pharrell Williams, Alicia Keys, Method Man, Mike Hands, my uncle, of course, and countless others. But those are the top few.
How about Teddy Riley? You like him?
I do like him. His style is very different, and I do like his style. Would I say he's a top influence? I wouldn't, not because I don't like his music or anything, but it's the fact that as far as in that style, I haven't really tapped into it yet.
It's called New Jack Swing.
I know.
And there's some artists out there in Atlanta called Basic Black. And they make their own beats too, but they are really dope. They're bringing that New Jack Swing back. And I'm telling you something, folks, you need to tap into Basic Black.
Definitely.
When you're not in the studio creating music, what do you do?
Let's see. If I'm not creating music, I'm either engineering or I'm like watching documentaries of like artists that I admire. I'm getting into writing poetry more. Yeah, not much. I'm kind of a bookworm.
There's nothing wrong with being a bookworm, man.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nah, it's good to know what's in a book because there's a saying goes, if you don't want the black man to see it, put it in a book.
Exactly.
It's a saying, and I didn't make it up, folks. It's been made up because a lot of brothers don't read books, and that's where all the secrets of the universe are. They lie in books, and when you pick up a book and you start reading, you'll be like, "Holy crap! I didn't even know that was going on." Yeah, you didn't, but when you read a book, you realize, yeah, that's what's going on. And I'm so glad you're here, Fynesse Banks, because you are one of the most intelligent producers I have ever met.
Thank you.
The fact that oh my God, what you do is you use what you see around you and you use that as your way of making music. You look at your scenery, you see what's happening with people around you. You remember old conversations and you use that as your way of creating. And that is so dope. Yeah. So let's talk about your song, Bad Bitches, with a Z, folks. I didn't curse. Can you tell us about it?
Well, as you know, the artist on it is
Lady Shen, by the way.
Miss Lady Shen. My management got in touch with her because I liked her music, what she had at the time. And we linked up, we started talking. And I told her, I'm gonna have a beat for you. As I'm making the beat, I was like, okay, Lady Shen has to have this. She has to have this song. I sent it to her. She sent me something back within probably not even an hour later.
What?
Yeah.
It must have been a dope beat.
Oh, definitely. She had that thing.
It is a dope beat. What are you talking about? I've heard that song. It's #1 on the Spotify playlist, folks. So go on to Let's Chat and Jam on Spotify. Go tap into the playlist. Follow it. Check out every single artist on there, but specifically Fynesse Banks, because she has not one, not two, but three, not four, but 4 songs on the playlist, folks. What?
Yep. Yes, I do.
Tell the people how you met Lady Shen.
I met Lady Shen because I remember you got me in touch with her, actually. You introduced me to her, said this lady has some dope music and you should get in touch with her. So he was like, I listened to her stuff. I was like, yeah, he's right. She has some stuff out. It's pretty dope. So I was like, okay, she has a great voice. I need her for something. I need a track with her immediately. And that's made it happen. So I actually have to thank you for that.
No. I gotta thank you for that. What are you talking about? You made me realize this job was well worth it. You made me realize that what I do makes a difference, because that song makes a difference. Every time I hear it, I get up and I dance. Every time I hear it, I feel good inside because it's telling me there's two. First of all, let me ask you.
Yes.
Who all is in this song? Because I hear another voice, not just Lady Shen's.
Got to get into that so early. So the song is Lady Shen featuring Fynesse Banks. So
what?
It is me in the second verse rapping. Yes.
I didn't think you had it in you, Fynesse. You shocked me. Wow. I'm like, who is this? I keep asking myself this. Who is this? It is you.
Yes, it is.
What? You knew you had to get on that show. You were like, yo, this song is too fire for me not to get on this.
Because when I was making the beat, it was like a raw demo, and I had already talked to Lady Shen, and I was just waiting for her to get back. But as I'm still producing, I was basically freestyling like a verse to it, and then I was like, okay, let me write this down real quick. And then when I finished, I sent it to her. She was like, this is dope. You have to be on it. So I was like, why not?
Wow. Why not? Why the freak not? Holy moly. Yo, folks, what she just did floored me. What she just said just knocked me out of my sneakers, man. She just said that she was on the beat. Now, this extra vocal that I've heard on this song for a long time now, I didn't realize was Fynesse Banks herself. Not only did she produce the track, she also starred in it. It's amazing. Or co-starred. I can't wait to see the video. Do you have a video plan?
A video plan. There's stuff in the making that I cannot say yet, but I can say.
What you mean you can't say? You're giving me tidbits? You can't tell me? This is the land of drops.
I will tell you that it will definitely have a awesome lyric video. I'll tell you that much.
Oh God. Folks, I'm sorry, folks. Fynesse Banks makes me excited because she's dope at what she does. And it's like when I look at her, I see superstar. Every time I see her face, I say, this woman here is a superstar. And you too, folks, will know what I'm talking about when you tap in to all her platforms.
Yeah.
Now, without further ado, folks, I'm going to play a snippet of Bad Bitches. Fynesse Banks featuring Lady Shen, or Lady Shen with Fynesse Banks, however you want to call it. Here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah. Come on, y'all. That's Lady Shen right there. Yeah. Oh, here comes Fynesse Banks. Woo! All right, y'all. You know what you got to do. You want to listen to the rest of this song, you got to go tap in over there on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube to watch videos, YouTube Music, Pandora, and my favorite spot, iHeartRadio. But yes, she's in other places too, folks, because wherever there's streaming going on, Fynesse Banks and Lady Shen are in the middle of it.
Exactly.
Tell us some of your experiences you've had since you've been creating music.
With producing or everything in general?
Everything in general.
Well, let's see. So, as you already know, I have 4 songs out. Each are a different genre, actually, which is pretty cool.
It is cool.
It is cool. I have R&B, classical. Now I have dancehall and hip hop, and there's more to come, of course. But as far as an experience with it, it's a lot of experimenting with my career so far and seeing how my limits can go with certain genres I get introduced to, and I'm just like, okay, how am I going to approach this to make this fire? And engineering these songs is also a very hard task as well, but it's always exciting to get into new experiences with that.
You don't have no limits. You are limitless. You should be called Limitless Fynesse Banks. That's what you should name yourself. As a matter of fact, you should probably trademark Limitless Fynesse Banks. That's what you should do. Matter of fact, management, I'm putting this on your to-do list. Trademark Limitless Fynesse Banks and put it in sneakers.
Put it in sneakers. Yep, that's the new plan. I'm gonna write that down.
What is your process? Do you have a process when it comes to creating these dope songs?
Well, a lot of the time, well, it varies. It's not a definite process, but a lot of the times, like I'll be in a certain mood, or I'm like listening to certain music at the time. Like with the song with Lady Shen, I was listening to a lot of Spice and Shaggy and all that, and I'm like, I need to make a dancehall song. I need to make something in this category. So it's a lot of like what I'm listening to currently that I'll get inspired by and I want to create, or sometimes I'll be in a certain mood or be pissed off or something, and I'm like, I have to put something down and release whatever's on my mind. So it varies depending on the day, basically.
Well, I'm digging the vibes of your creative process. No matter how it comes about, you are a genius with it, and I'm loving every second of it.
Thank you.
Do you have any advice for the youngins that are coming up that want to do what you're doing?
Of course. So there's going to be a lot of people doubting you. That's something that a lot of people say, but it's so true. And you have people that will say they're on your side and will pull you back. Just make sure you keep pushing forward and make sure you're getting those dreams of yours to come true, because it's all going to pay out in the end.
You're dang skippy, it will. Just stay persistent, stay consistent. Stay motivated. Stay on top of your game. Learn the craft. Love the craft. And I'll tell you something, the craft of producing is so overwhelming to some folks because you produce hit songs, soundtracks to people's lives. These are the things that you could do as a producer. And then as a producer, you could bring in all these intangibles. Let's just say you're not so good with lyrical writing, but you're great at making beats. So now you got a songwriter coming into play. It could be Fynesse Banks. So let's just say you get Fynesse Banks. She says, hey, I can help you write a song. No problem. So now you got Fynesse Banks. And let's say, all right, both of y'all are not really good singers, but one of you can rap. So Fynesse Banks says, well, you know what? I'll rap on this track. Not a problem. And then you're like, okay, you're going to rap. So we got to find a singer. Who could it be? Who could it be? Then you're like, you know what? Let's find Natasha out there because she's really dope too. Oh, why did I say Natasha? Because Fynesse Banks has a song with Natasha called Worth It. As a matter of fact, it was the first song that I've ever heard from Fynesse Banks. This was her production debut. And I'll tell you something, folks. It was probably the most awesomest song I've ever heard. You know why? Because it was personal. And I felt every moment of it and every nuance and everything that Natasha sang came from Fynesse Banks. It was her brainchild. And I'll tell you something. I was digging the vibes. And ever since then, I have been a major fan of Fynesse Banks. And anything she does to me sounds really good. And then you know why? Because it doesn't hurt my ears. So some folks, they make music and they put it out no matter how it sounds. But Fynesse Banks is not that type of artist. She's a perfectionist, folks. She's not going to give you anything if it ain't ready yet. So what she does is tell you, hey, I'm working on something that's coming soon. Just be patient. It will be there. And I'll tell you something, folks, when it comes and she drops the song, oh my God, you are blown away with her creative juices. This lady here knows just exactly what you want to hear. And she knows what it should sound like because she loves music. And so she's not going to put out something that don't sound right. She's going to put out something that can penetrate the soul of America. And that's exactly what she's doing. Fynesse Banks, you are penetrating the soul of America with finesse, literally. So I'm glad that you got the name Fynesse, and Banks is because you were laughing all the way to the bank.
Exactly.
Do you have any burning desires?
Any burning desires? Career-wise? Or
it could be life-wise.
Life-wise. Well, I wouldn't say I have desires, but I do have like aspirations to, like be the best that I can be in the music industry and just make a difference with what I do in life in general.
Well, you are making a difference, Fynesse Banks. You are making a difference, and you're doing a great job with it. You are crushing your goals. Every goal you put in front of you, you're beating them up. Boom, 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 boom. You're knocking out your goals left and right. You are like a freaking boxer. America and the world, it is I, MC Andrew Love. This is Let's Chat and Jam. This is my special guest, Fynesse Banks. Fynesse Banks coming out of Orlando, Florida, and a graduate from Full Sail University with high honors. This lady's IQ is limitless. She can create any type of beat with any genre. Next thing you know, Fynesse Banks is going to say, hey, MC, guess what? I made a country song. I'm telling you something, folks. Fynesse Banks can do anything. And she can make any type of song for anybody. Anybody you could think of with any type of mental thought process, and you're like feeling in some type of mood. Fynesse Banks can cater to your ego. She's got songs for people that are tired of men's bullshit. If you're tired of a man's bullshit, she's got a song for you. And of course, if you're a hip hop head and you like to think you a thug, well, she got something for you too called Shots Fired with featuring T.Y. The Gift, who's another dope ill lyricist. And of course, if you like dancehall, reggae type beats, she got something for you there. If you just heard Lady Shen called Bad Bitches. And of course, she has a song with another dope artist called Lost. Oh man, I love that song too.
Yeah, Miss Zoe Mina.
Miss Zoe Mina, who is also may be a guest on this podcast in the near future. So make sure you tap in for that. Yes. But thank you so much. And since you've been here for the first time, you have now become part of the Let's Chat and Jam fan, which means you don't have to wait for me to tap into you. Nah, you can tap into me on my DMs and say, MC, I got something to say. I'm promoting a book. I'm promoting a new movie. I'm promoting a new album. It doesn't matter what you're doing because it matters to me, and I want to know about it. So you are part of the fam, and that's how easy it is when you're in the fam. So welcome to the fam.
Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew Love.
MC Andrew Love.
Andrew Love, yes.
Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate you coming here. It was a true blessing to have you here. I am honored and thrilled to have interviewed you on Let's Chat and Jam. And I want you to stay safe out there in Orlando. Please, whatever you do.
Sure will.
And everyone else, I want y'all to stay safe. And just remember this. If you have a dream, you can go for your dream because only you can stop you. And nothing, folks, beats a failure but a try. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. Also, like and share the content, as well as hit the notification icon so you don't miss A Conversation with series right here on Let's Chat and Jam.